So there are a lot of people that are trying to blame Iran shooting down the airplane that killed over 170 innocent people on Trump. And I want to talk about the ridiculous nature of this and take out the logical extension of what these people are really trying to say then. So I've seen people such as Tulsi Gabbard allude to this, other people in the media that are Democrats. I saw Justin Trudeau, the Canadian Prime Minister, allude to this. And that is that because of Trump's retaliatory actions to the attack on our embassy in Iraq, that caused Iran to be on edge. And so when they shot down a civilian airliner, that then, and let's not forget, they then lied about it and said they didn't for days, but they were forced to do that, or the cause of that was Trump's escalation in the killing of Soleimani. So I want to talk about how ridiculous this is. First, it's just nonsense to make this claim in the first place, because this is just deflecting from those that are really responsible. I'm not saying that Iran shot this down on purpose. It was probably a miscalculation. However, they did lie about it instead of telling the truth, which shows that they cared very little for the innocent people that they killed. And we see people in Iran rightfully protesting this heinous act as if it was just a mistake and they came out and apologized for it immediately and allowed investigators to come through, then maybe it would have seemed heartfelt. But the fact that they lied and tried to spin it like they didn't do this shows that that isn't the case. Yet we see many people in the U.S. media and other places running cover for Iran and saying, no, the real blame, even if Iran's partially responsible, the real blame lies with Trump because he's what led to this escalation. So I want to do a little thought experiment of what this means. The argument would seem to be, as charitable as I could make it, is that because of Trump's bluster and the attacks that Trump had, Iran was on edge and they were afraid that Trump would send an airplane, possibly with bombs, missiles, that would hit targets in Iran. Therefore, when they saw an airplane, they didn't wait to check to see if it was a civilian airliner and they shot it down. But in order for this to be the case, we don't even need Trump to actually take out Soleimani for Iran to be on edge. So let's talk about how this could have happened. Let's rewind the past. Let's say, for example, that the militias attack our embassy in Iraq, and they're Iranian-backed militias. And Trump comes out and just says, look, we're tired of Iran being behind attacks on our interests, including our embassies. We're going to do something. Now, let's say then Trump doesn't do anything. Let's say Trump didn't attack Soleimani. This still would have been Iran on edge, because the mere fact that Trump suggested he could retaliate would mean Iran would be afraid that the U.S. may fly a plane over and drop bombs. Therefore, the same people saying Trump's responsible because he assassinated Soleimani would be saying, Trump should not have threatened to retaliate. The threat of the retaliation is what led to Iran being on edge. The fact that Trump actually did bomb Soleimani is irrelevant. It was they were afraid he would retaliate for their actions. Because remember, the order goes like this. There was U.S. contractors in Iraq that was killed by Iranian groups supposedly, and U.S. soldiers that were hurt in that. Then the U.S. retaliated in strikes on Iranian interests. Then there was the Iranian backed militias that attacked the embassy. Then Trump and the U.S. responded by killing Soleimani. Then Iran responded by launching rockets at an embassy. And it was after that, and their fear that Trump would do something in retaliation to that rocket attack on the embassy, that they actually downed the airliner. So attacking Soleimani is irrelevant. Anything Trump did was irrelevant. It was his boast. It was his bravado saying, we will retaliate if you attack us. That's what they're claiming put Iran on edge. So think of what the Tulsi Gabbards, the Justin Trudeaus, and all the people blaming Trump for this are actually saying. They're saying, not only can we not retaliate if a U.S. embassy is attacked, and look, for the record, as I've said in my live streams, I think there's certainly a reasonable debate to be had of whether or not Trump was correct in striking Soleimani. But clearly, if our embassy was attacked, regardless of past sins that anyone in our country or any other country committed, clearly there needs to be a response. That is clear to me. What these leftists are saying is, not only should there not be a response, but we can't even suggest there might be a response. In other words, we can have no deterrence whatsoever. The mere fact that one country that attacks us might think, we just attacked them so they might attack us back. Them thinking that and then killing their own people, even if it was an accident, it's somehow to be blamed on Trump, shows that the only strategy that these people, the Trudeaus, the Tulsi, the media people blaming Trump for this downed airliner, would be acceptable with is total capitulation, groveling, defeat, and retreat. That's all they would be happy with. If Trump comes out tomorrow and says, if there was a terrorist attack in the United States and Trump says, be wary terrorists, we'll get you. And then we find out that al-Nusra or ISIS or whatever terrorist group committed that attack accidentally shoots down a plane because they thought it was a U.S. plane, is that the U.S.'s fault as well? Is that Trump's fault as well? Trump should have to come out and say, we're so sorry, terrorists. Please forgive us. We'll do whatever you want. There is a penalty to appeasement. And that penalty is the emboldenment of radical groups, the emboldenment in places like Iran. Again, reasonable people can discuss whether or not Trump's strategic attack on Soleimani was correct. But we see more and more, so many people on the left that, one, just want to blame Trump for anything, even to the point where they're willing to side with our enemies or with austere religious scholars like al-Baghdadi, the leader of ISIS. But secondly, we see that a lot of these people on the left are so pacifist or so anti-war, which, look, I don't have a problem. I'm against all these foreign regime change wars as well. But they go even further and say the idea of deterrence in general is bad. We can't even suggest we might defend ourselves. Even that suggestion might put our enemies on edge, and that might cause them to shoot down an airliner accidentally. Therefore, we'd be at fault for suggesting we might have deterrence or we might defend ourselves. It just proves the lunacy of these positions, and everyone should laugh these people off the stage when they make arguments like this. It's dangerous to our country, and it will lead to an appeasement if these people get in charge, where our enemies will know they can do whatever they want, and the U.S. not only won't retaliate, they won't even threaten. They'll beg and plead, please stop attacking us. We promise we won't do anything. Hey, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'm going to be trying to put out more daily videos like this. I'm trying to do at least 2 live streams a week, so please follow me for that. And I'm going to be doing a live stream on my friend Drone Tech's channel tonight with a bunch of other good creators, and it'll be all about this Iran situation, so I think you should check it out. So thanks, everyone, and have a good one.